Okay, I want to do something with gravity right now. I have a lot of little ideas. I've lost a lot of ideas. Not being in front, not continuing on the path. You know what's funny? Let's say in this area here, then this area here. Now look at the angle I'm putting my hand. You might miss this. Putting my hand even. Now put it up a little bit. Now put it up a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. So I have a whole bunch. Think there's pipes all the way around. Now if there's pipes all the way around, they're all going to be showing a V because they're moving. Do you know what I'm saying? Like if there's a pipe here and then there's a pipe here, there's not a pipe here, otherwise it won't hit me. So they all have to be a little bit on the angle to get the circle. So eventually all you're going to have is these V's, and it's going to look like a star. It'll look like a star on the outside. It'll look like a star on the inside. So now I'm asking myself a question through thought. Is it the piping that's showing me these W's, and the W actually showing you three pipes will show you three W's or two V's? 46, 44, area, space, Mars, Saturn. You can reverse Mars and Saturn, still Mars and Saturn, unless you're shoving it to the seventh gate, where Saturn will get Mercury, okay, and Mars will end up with Pluto. Well, Mars will end up with Earth. I mean, there's a whole lot of combinations in this. You know, it's like a magic show. So, what I'm going to show you is something in, so let me do the piping thing finish. So then there's going to be one here. Now, since I can't have one here, one here, one here, because it'll go over my head, the next pipe has to be a slight angle and come in towards me. And the next pipe has to be higher in an angle, higher on an angle until it's right above my head. Now, in between all these pipes, I can have air. I can have the sunlight. I can have all kinds of things coming in. And now why am I talking about these pipes? I'm also talking about the spirit coming in, the energies coming in. Even though I feel the energies are coming through the air we breathe, I think there's different kinds of energies, different kinds of elements that are penetrating our human light, the extraterrestrial beings that we are. Imagine that really every time you go to the bathroom, that is really who we are. You know what I'm saying? Because what a relief it is. I go to the bathroom, and for me, oh, after I do the dupe and poop, I'm feeling good. So what are we getting rid of? Are we getting rid of all our organs, cleaning out the BS? Or is it that DS that gave us that thought? And there's, you know, the human food that goes in. Anyways, I don't want to discuss. This is full. Now if I pour it, if it's not full, I would have to tilt it more than halfway. This is halfway it shows, so that means it's got to be at least more than half full, because otherwise it'll only go to here. So now I'm going to show you a gravity thing, and I hope to hell I don't get wet. Look, the glass is, I'm going to show you, hold on a second, I'm not changing the bottle. The glass is not filling up, just staying the same. So if we, whoop, I just turned the glass to the side. So if there was really a real kind of gravity, the water is not able to push the water down and fall out. Now if I had marbles, inside the water, all the marbles would come out and go into the water. So that's step one. Something I just want to mention so that I don't forget, because remember, this is all about, these videos are all about my memory, how I can remember the things. By the way, B-Y, by the way, B-U-Y. I want to have my CELL phone, cell. I want you to lock me up in a CELL cell jail. I'm in a cell block, but I have things to sell. I definitely like the word purple for 88, and in the word purple is 1, 2, 1, 4, 5, 6. There is 6 reductions in 88. 6 times 9 is 54. So that means 54 and 34 is I'm going to show you this and why. Don't forget, I'm all over the place because that's where the wiring is taking me. What I'm going to show you is the total count here in the letter count. Okay, 16, 32, and 39 is 71, 81, 82, 83, 88. I know because U and R is 39. It's a plateau number. 38, 39, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, plateau numbers. The 37 being the 37 being the center of the plateau numbers. 111 is the block, which is a block, a rectangular block according to roulette, because adding 16 through 21 will give you, it's funny, 16 plus 5 is 21, but it's 6 numbers because you're using the 16 and you're using the 21. The second thing I haven't mentioned in a long time is that baseball, the 7th inning stretch, happens to be 18 outs and 21 outs. 18 outs for the home team, 21 outs for the road team, blackjack, and I'm going to stand on the heavenly base. So there's 16 here. When I reduce it to a Pythagorean number, it becomes 7. This is 3. Otherwise, it's 21. So that's 9, 18, 9, 18. Birth in the heaven spirit, birth in the heaven spirit, birth in the heaven spirit, birth, 0 landing. Could be just a value of energy, 1 through 9. Don't know yet, needs to be discussed. I'm all alone sitting here, right? Sounding like Messer the way he talks. I like it. So when we remove all this, there are 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, there's 7. Is there 7? 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, did I make a mistake? I'm not very happy. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's only 6. 6 times 9 is 54, and 34. The total is 88. In the DC sun. This will bring in your birth. This will bring in the spirit of the birth. 5 times 4 is 20. 5 plus 4 is 9, 29. 3 times 4 is 7. 3 plus 4 is 7. 3 times 4 is 12, 19. 19 and 29, the beginning of World War II, where the birth in Venus brought in the spirit. 10 and 9 comes into this figure, which becomes 16 and 9. This creates your pi. Why? Because 19, 1 times 9, 1 plus 9 creates 1 and 9 again, or 10. When you have a 10, I do this all the time. Tell me I'm right, tell me I'm wrong. I always put the 0 in the 6th position. I always take the 0 and change it to 6. I don't put it to 4 because that's like the incoming. For me, 147 is the incoming of the commencement of creation. From the other side, 147. 369 is that energy. So I switch 0 to 6. Now, should I do it all the time? Should I sometimes use 4? Should I sometimes use 5? Needs to be discussed. Okay, so this becomes 19 becomes 16, 19 to 10 becomes 16, which is P, and the 9 becomes I, which is Pi, and it says pi. So right away with 3 and 4, you become getting pi in the DC world underneath the birth in the sun. Billy boots, okay? That's what we wear in water. We wear billy boots. Billy is also noted for William. William is noted for a prince. Boots is, to me, I always relate that to cats. Cats to energy, and boot, or how about to reboot, right? Through the system energy. You notice they have Bronx here for Ron, B, and X. Just thinking of the Venus cat. You notice I have these. Anyways, let's continue here. So now when I reverse purple, which is 6 by 7, which is to 120. This is 88, and the reverse is 120 plus 42. Okay, why is it 120? Because every letter is worth 27. If we were doing a Pythagorean reverse, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the Pythagorean reverse would be 6 times 9 is a 54 total count, 54 total count. All right, that's right. We did that already. So it'll be 88 and 54, 162. Right, that's what the reverse count would be. Right, 54. So now there's another reverse count of this that I didn't. This would be 11. Okay, 16 and 11. They all have to equal 27. So 11 and 6 is 17, and 9 is 26, and 11 is 37, and 15 is 52, 62, 70, 74. Birth Christ under the gateway of the sun. How is that true? Just give me a second. Let me take a look. It adds up. The high count for purple is 88. The low count is 74. The low count added. Did you find that? That's Jesus. That's purple. And we got the purple skies, 88. When you get 88, according to the letter design, the H is also the I in capitals. I like to use my capitals now. There's so many things to go through. You know, in the World War, when they created that machine to break all the codes, when that guy made that machine, he had thousands of little levers that turned this way and that way to break what kind of code they were doing. I think I'm doing the same thing. I'm as realistic as what they were doing, being realistic, and all codes, encryptions are all realistic when you're decoding, because there's got to be some sort of formation. You know what I'm saying? So now what would the Pythagorean count of this would be? It would be 2 and 6 would be 8, and 9 would be 17, 18, 19, and 6 would be 25, and 4 would be 29. Telling me right away, birth, Venus birth. 20 and 9, location. Why? Because when you have 20, you have 1010. Okay, and you got to look up 1010 and CB codes, because I like to use CB codes for this. And when I say 20, because 10, you're going 10th, right? When you hit 11, it's 11th. It's with TH. But when you come to 20, it's an S20, the 21st century, it becomes an ST. When you say the 11, you say the 11th century. But when you get to 20, the minute the 1, to me it's 2021. 1920. Everything has to come in a pair. You're coming from the left side, 2021. You're coming from the right side, 1920, 2021, 20 being the center. 22 is bust, and I'm not talking about a chest. I'm talking about blackjack. You bust on 22. So when you have 12 and you get a 10, you have a bust. But when you get 11 and a 10, you got 21. Not a 12 and 22. 12 and 10 is 22. 22, you got a bust. So 22 and up, you bust. What's the highest you can bust at? 31. But really in blackjack, after you hit 18, no one's busting anymore. So really, you're not busting. You'll bust as high as 27 taking a chance. But usually in blackjack, under the rules or laws of logic and percentages, no one's going to pull a card until at 17. Most people will bust at 26. The queen, the reverse to the purple sky, the dog moon, the dog leg. And these are rules and regulations of, and it's crazy to me how percentages, because percentages in a recreation of what was already created had to be based on percentages, because all laws and logic are based on those logical percentages. Otherwise, they wouldn't be the percentage in the laws that they are to make the rules to get the dinero for the mind to work. Anyways, Raphael, and I probably have a few more things. With that said, that's enough. And remember, you can't split a half and half unless you're in the same room on a linear level. Try to figure that one out. Thank you for watching.